Welcome once again. It's the Fly for Doctor. So today we're going to be talking about vegetables that you should eat if you have diabetes. All right, we already know that vegetables are important in our diet, but we have to understand that there are some vegetables that have a higher glycemic index than some other vegetables. You may wonder, what is glycemic index? Well, glycemic index is a score or a number that is given to several foods. It really defines how quickly this food will raise your blood sugar after it's been digested in your body. So different foods have various different glycemic indexes. And so some of the vegetables that we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about the glycemic index and how they could affect your blood sugar. A good thing to note is the lower the glycemic index, the better it is for you if you have diabetes or insulin resistance or have a hard time controlling your blood sugar. All right, so one of the vegetables that I absolutely love, and I know that this is not a popular opinion, is actually Brussels sprouts. Now, I know that Brussels sprouts, if you steam them, they actually taste pretty disgusting to me if you steam Brussels sprout. But I found that the best way that I enjoy Brussels sprouts is actually roasting them with some olive oil and then sauteing them with some bacon, especially if I do it in bacon fat. Now, granted, I'll give a disclaimer here. If you have high cholesterol, you may want to stay away from the pork bacon or high-fat bacon. You want to maybe do turkey bacon, which I know it doesn't taste the same, but it's pretty decent. I actually have a little recipe on my TikTok where I did bacon with Brussels sprouts and salmon. So it has no carbs in there, and it was pretty filling and pretty darn delicious. So Brussels sprouts is a great alternative. It's a great vegetable. It has a 32 glycemic index, so it's a great vegetable that you can definitely add to your diet. It has a lot of fiber in it, so it'll fill you up if you eat, a cup of it, and you don't have to eat a lot. Now, be careful because it'll make you toot. Not certainly, but it could definitely make a lot of people toot. So your family members may not like you so much, but it's definitely something that you can add to your diet. Now, speaking of glycemic indexes, we've already talked about what it is. So one of the things you need to know is that there is low glycemic index. And so low glycemic index is a number that is anything that gives a glycemic index that's less than 55. So anything less than 55 is a pretty good number. It has low glycemic index and will not spike up your blood sugar. Anything between 56 and 69 are a medium glycemic index. So they will raise your blood sugar a little bit, but not skyrocket it. Anything over 70 is definitely where you're getting into the very, very high zone. If you eat it, your blood sugar is gonna shoot up like a rocket, and you have to take note of that. So we've just talked about that so that when I'm mentioning these numbers, all the things that I'm going to mention are all going to be low glycemic index vegetables. The next vegetable on the list is asparagus. You see it all the time in the grocery store. You can roast it with some lemon, and you can even have some bacon wrapped asparagus. Clearly, I love bacon. Bacon wrapped asparagus. You can sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on it and put it in the broiler, and it's just absolutely delicious. Now, the glycemic index of asparagus is only 15, so that's really, really good. And asparagus is also great because it contains folate, and it's great for cell development. So if that's something you definitely want to add to your diet, it'll be a great addition, and it'll also come with its added benefits. This is super common, super cheap, easily available, and there are a million ways that you can make it. And this is broccoli. So broccoli, you can roast it, you can steam it, and actually a little bit of heat actually gives you the optimum or optimal way to eat this vegetable. So broccoli, it's not the greatest if you eat it raw, but if you put it in a salad and chop it up really nicely with a lot of other vegetables, I found that it's actually not so bad. But typically I will like it when it's a little steamed and seasoned appropriately. It tastes absolutely great. It has a glycemic index of only 15. It is great in providing vitamin C. A cup of it actually gives you the allotted amount of vitamin C that you need in a day. Great in fiber, and just provides you with all those great nutrients that you need. And it's very low in glycemic index, fills you up. So if you stuff your food with it, then you can definitely know that you've eaten something that will not spike your sugar, give you a lot of fiber, vitamin C's, minerals, and definitely help you manage your blood sugar. And then we have its little cousin, the albino version cousin of it, which is cauliflower. Cauliflower I personally really like because of how versatile it is. You can use it in cauliflower rice. You can use it for buffalo wings. You can use it as mashed cauliflower. You can use it for pizza. I mean, there are just a lot of things that you can use it for. Now, keep in mind, some people have told me that when they eat cauliflower, they do get some GI upset or GI issues. So just kind of be aware of that. You know, if you've not had it before, you may want to start small and kind of see how it goes. But generally, cauliflower is awesome. It has a nice amount of antioxidants and phytonutrients, which actually help in fighting cancer. It's a great substitute for rice and potatoes and chicken wings, like I said. And so if you're like on a keto diet or something like that, it's a great substitute for a lot of the carbs. So definitely check it out and see if that's something that you can definitely use. It's GI glycemic index is only 15. So again, it's a close relative to the broccoli. In my opinion, it tastes a little better and definitely falls on that list of great vegetables that'll be awesome for diabetics. All right, the next on the list is green beans. Green beans are so versatile. They're so easy. You can just pick at them and just kind of mindlessly snack on them. Now, again, you can actually have it with bacon wrapped green beans. I need to break up with bacon, clearly. But anyways, it's so delicious. You can have casserole with it. You know, you can snack on it raw. It's awesome. And it has a glycemic index of 32. And so if you season it appropriately and just steam it, they're just how I like to eat it. I don't usually typically eat it raw, but if that's something that you want to do, you can definitely take on that challenge. But with a 32 glycemic index, it definitely makes our list and we love it. It actually is also great in vitamins A, C, and K. It's great in fiber, so it fills you up and you don't have to eat a lot of it. If you fill up on green beans, then you don't have to eat much more of the other stuff. Next on my list is lettuce. Now, lettuce is everywhere. Like, if you have never had a lettuce, we need to have conversations. Like, lettuce is every and anywhere. There are different types of lettuce. There's butter lettuce, there is iceberg lettuce, there is, I don't remember what the other one that's kind of like a boat that you can use for wraps. There's that. I mean, there's lettuce everywhere. There's lettuce. You get a lettuce. So there's lettuce everywhere. It has a super low glycemic index as well of just 15. So that's really good. Again, you can make salads with it. Like I said, you could use it as wraps. So if you don't want to eat any carb, if you're having like a lettuce wrap, it'll definitely work for it. Iceberg lettuce, if you have this big iceberg lettuce, if you go to these fancy restaurants where they just literally just chop it in 4 or 2 and give you the whole plant, I'm like, just bring the tree while you're at it. And they sprinkle some blue cheese and some, you guessed it, bacon on it. Definitely a great addition to your meal, and it will definitely not spike your blood sugar. All right, next on the list is eggplant. No, not the ones that these kids are talking about on social media, the actual food. Now, so being Nigerian, they're different. I mean, eggplants or aubergine they're pretty different. So what we had back home were these little African eggplants that we're showing right now. And so when I came here, I noticed that there are these different ones that are purple. Now, they're not vastly different, actually. So they're about, from the same family. They also all have really low glycemic index. So depending on what part of the world that you're watching this from, either of them will be great. And so back home, we would make eggplant sauce and eat it with yam or rice. Now, if you made that meal, the yam or the rice do have very high glycemic index, so they really are not good for controlling blood sugar. But eggplant on its own, so if you have like eggplant parmesan or some eggplant sauce and you have it with cauliflower rice, I mean, that's just an awesome meal right there, because everything is a very low glycemic index and it will not spike your blood sugar, and you still get what it is that you want to get, which is to be full and to have a healthy meal. Eggplant, again, is great and has a great content of fiber in it. It also has manganese in it, which is so awesome, and B6 and thiamine, which is great, as well as copper. So it has all these minerals that are very, very essential in fighting off diseases, helping our inflammatory system, and this is what eggplant has. And it's a great addition to your menu if you are seriously considering lowering your blood sugar. The next on our list is bell peppers. They're so pretty, they taste delicious, especially the yellow ones and the orange ones or the red ones. I just wish they would not cost as much, because the green ones are the cheapest ones and they're not the greatest, or they don't taste the best. But peppers are great because they are a great snack, and if you have been on the internet, you must have seen the snack out there. It is bell peppers with cream cheese with everything but the bagel seasoning. I've heard some people talking, about it, and I tried it. Honestly, I loved it. Like, I absolutely loved it. I can finish a bag of sweet bell peppers or sweet peppers with that and just have that for lunch, and it was absolutely delicious. Now, I do understand that it is an acquired taste, but I loved it. And bell peppers are awesome because the glycemic index is only 15, and of course it's a great source of vitamin C as well. So it's definitely something that you want to try out. It definitely is something that will help to keep your blood sugar managed, keep it low and not spike it, and just throw your entire diabetes management off of whack. Okay, the next one we're going to talk about is spinach. So just like lettuce, spinach is widely available, and you can use it in any form. You can steam it a little bit and you can eat it raw. Now, I know that I've talked about this before, but my people, my Nigerian people, when we cook spinach, we murder it. We destroy it because we put that thing on the fire for hours and hours till the spirit of the spinach is begging us to leave it alone. But the best way to eat it is just to saute just a little bit. You don't want to kill the nutrients. You don't want to burn it. You don't want to char it. Just saute it a little bit or steam it a little bit, or even best, just eat it raw. Now, I know that our soups, the Nigerian soups or the other African soups, we can't eat it. I mean, it doesn't work. You can't eat it raw, in the soup. You got to cook it. So my advice would be, after you've made everything, put it last. You can even turn the heat off and then put it, because the heat from the food will actually cook it but not kill the very essential nutrients that are in it. And we know that spinach is absolutely amazing because it helps to fight cancer, it helps with bone health, it has vitamins and calcium, and best of all, it only has a glycemic index of 15. So spinach is a great addition. It'll also definitely help with your nutrients and keeping your blood sugar down, but let's not murder the vegetable. And last but not least on my list is celery. And celery on its own, in my opinion, doesn't taste the best. It's pretty bland, but it's kind of an awesome vegetable because it has negative calories. So when you eat it, it actually speeds up your metabolism and helps you, burn fat faster. And it's really, really amazing because it actually has a glycemic index of 35. Of course, if you're having wings, if you're having your cauliflower wings, or just regular wings, it's always a great addition to the side with carrots. And it also is great because it has antioxidants in it. It helps to fight cancer and inflammation because it has what's called apigenin, and so that definitely helps to fight cancer cells, and it's great. So if you're making any juices and you juice celery along with it, you're not going to taste it, but it also get the benefits of the celery, which is awesome. So if you're definitely making your juices or your smoothies or anything, if you're eating, making a meal, a stir fry, and you add some celery to it, that'll definitely help. It doesn't spike your blood sugar up. As a matter of fact, it has negative calories, which means it just speeds up your metabolism and has all these great additional benefits. So you should definitely consider adding it to your meal. All in all, vegetables are a great addition to add if you are diabetic. It fills you up. It has a lot of the minerals and the vitamins that you will need. I mean, some of the only things I would stay away from is perhaps potatoes or corn, because those have very high glycemic index and will spike up your blood sugar. But most vegetables, honestly, will be great. Just everything in moderation. Of course, some of the calciferous vegetables that will give you a little bit of a tooting sensation you want to kind of reduce, or if you're going to eat that, just make sure you're not going to be hanging around family, your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or people who may care how bad your toot smells, okay? But other than that, vegetables are a great addition. High in fiber, help with inflammation, help fight cancer cells, have antioxidants in it, and you should definitely consider adding them to your meal. So what I would like to know is, which one of these vegetables are your favorite? Which one will you be adding to your meals? Which one are you going to be trying to incorporate into your diet? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you have any questions or any comments, also leave them down below, or you can leave it in my DM on Facebook or on Instagram. I'm more active on Instagram. Again, it's the Fly Foot Doctor or DeNiel Foot and Ankle Center. If you want to watch some cool videos about some of this quick tips and tricks and talks that I do, you can hit me up on TikTok. It's the same name, the Fly Foot Doctor. If you love this video, would you consider subscribing? Would love to have you here. And also hit the notification bell and also hit the bell icon so when I post, you will be notified. As always, I love spending time with you guys, and I love giving this educational quick tips and quick talks. Let me know if anything you want me to discuss. Till next time, it's the Fly Foot Doctor. Bye.